Mr. Prime Minister, Erick Stakelbeck, TBN, and Christians United for Israel, CUFI. You mentioned earlier the Iranian threat to Israel, which we all know very well. Can you talk a bit more about the Iranian threat to the West, to America, to France? We just had an assassination plot that France broke up, but Iran refers to America as the Great Satan. Can you talk more about that threat to the West posed by the Iranian regime?
Well, just a few weeks ago, they tried to arrange a terrorist plot, not only in Europe, they tried to do so in the United States. They were prevented. Iran itself, Iran's state apparatus. So it's setting up these terror cells throughout the world. You just have them, two of them uncovered, but we know of dozens and dozens throughout the world. Look, Iran, Henry Kissinger said Iran has to choose between being a country and being a cause. So far it chooses to be a cause, and the cause is a terrible cause. It's the domination of the world to its brand of radical Islam. This is what they believe. Not only the mullahs and the ayatollahs, but also their chief generals. And they export the revolution. What does that mean? It means converting people by force of arms to their version of Islam. And the first casualties are other Muslims, Arabs, and the second casualties are everyone else. When they look at the world and they look at the Middle East, they say, what's the toughest knot to crack? It's Israel. But we are considered in their minds, as you say, the small Satan. Your America is the great Satan. I hope I don't embarrass my European friends and I say, you're a middle-sized Satan. But in fact, this is what Iran plans to do. And the worst thing about it is that they actually plan to achieve this with a nuclear arsenal that the horrible Iran deal would have given them. It would have given them access to having nuclear weapons. It didn't deal at all with ballistic missiles, so they'd have the means to deliver these nuclear weapons to a theater near you in the United States or anywhere else, okay? And it didn't limit them in other ways. So effectively, it said to them, look, here's what this deal was. You have to understand why I oppose it. The deal essentially said that if Iran suspends enrichment of enough uranium for a single bomb, then it can have unlimited enrichment of uranium for 100 bombs, 200 bombs, unlimited number, within a few years. It's about 7 years from now. In other words, it gave them a license to produce the most difficult component of making atomic bombs, which is enriched uranium, okay? And in addition to that, it gave them a lot of money for that. And the money, billions and billions and billions of dollars, hundreds of billions of dollars in credits and investments, okay? They didn't use to improve the Iranian economy. They used it to expand their Islamist Iranian empire. So they expanded into Yemen, Iraq, Syria, and so on. And they're right next to our border right now. It didn't work out the way the deal's promoters believed. I opposed that deal from the start. I went to the U.S. Congress because this deal threatened the future of the state of Israel. It was my obligation to defend the Jewish state because history and God will not give us another opportunity. This is it. But I also think that it threatens the Middle East and the entire world. It definitely threatens the great Satan, the United States. They chanted death to America. Death to Israel too, but death to America. Don't give these people nuclear weapons. Don't let them form an empire. Don't give them ballistic missiles. Don't give them the ammunition to destroy us. And I think that this is something that is important for every American. I think it's important for the entire world. And President Trump should be congratulated for pulling out of that bad deal and restoring sanctions.